So today I've decided to make a review of the Object 195. I played with it a lot just to get the hang of it, and now I decided to make a review of it. So let's compare the Object 195 to the other competition. The alpha damage is the highest of the MBTs, 1050, and has a good penetration of 850. It's not better than the Leclerc, but it's better than the other tanks. Its damage per minute is not that amazing. The Leclerc has the highest. The reload time is one of the longest, except the KTTB. Hit points wise, it has 3615, which is actually one of the lowest together with the T-95. Hull versus AP, 1000 is actually pretty good, except the Leclerc. Hull versus heat, it has really good heat protection, and the other tanks don't really have it, so it's good in that class. The turret versus AP has really good. Keep in mind that the Object 195 has unmanned turret. That means that it takes smaller damage instead of a full damage, like on a T-14. Turret versus heat has pretty good heat protection. It's not as good as the Charlie or the KTTB. The top speed, 75 kilometers an hour, is pretty good, but not as the Type 99A2. Acceleration is to 0 to 32 kilometers an hour, 5.36 is okay, not amazing, but it's better than the Leclerc and the Type. The weight of the tank, 57 tons. It's actually the lightest MBT compared to the others. The hull traverse is pretty low, 33 degrees. The cam overall is 13%. And the vision range while moving is 388, which is not as good as the Leclerc or the KTGB. Depression, it has -7 and gun elevation of 14. It's not as good as the KTGB, which has 9, or the XM1. And the KTGB has hydraulic suspension, so it can get -12 degrees of gun depression, which is the highest. The accuracy fully aimed is 0.120, which is the same as Leclerc, but worse than the Challenger. The aim time is 2.06 seconds, which is the highest except the Charlie and the KTTB's aim time. Turret traverse, 39 degrees. It is not the best in the class. Let's take a look at the armor. And for that, we're gonna compare it with its own shell, which has 850 pen. As you can see, it has pretty big, weak lower plate. The upper plate is really strong. You're not gonna be able to go through that at all. And the turret, you cannot go through it at all. It has 1000 millimeters of protection. So what setup do I have on the Object 195? For the commander, I'm using Douglas O'Reilly. On the driver, I have acceleration on off-road terrain, increased by 20%, and the hull traverse by 5%, so it increased the mobility of the tank. Gunner, I have the aim time speed and max spread to increase the gun handling. The ability I will pick on it, or mostly go for top speed. Never use override. Override is just a worst edition of the top speed. Retrofits, I use the improved barrel lining. If you don't have it, use the gun breech version 2. And I'm also using improved drive. If you don't have an improved drive, go for the ballistic computer. And then I put on one with the acceleration on the engine. And the last one is to increase the view range. I forgot to mention that it has a 30mm autocannon. It only has 50 rounds in the magazine. It has 205 pen. So let's go to this cap. As you can see, the tank is accelerating pretty fast through the terrain. That's because of the top speed. What I'll maybe gonna do here is hide my lower plate because the enemies will push for our cap. Like that guy is doing. Now I'm just gonna sit on this corner. And remember, you have instant swap on MBTs. See, oh, only no pem. When you're in a hold down position, a lot of times they'll take out your gun. That's the problem when you're not shown. And the enemy Type 99A2 is left the game. So it's good for us. So we're gonna cap this for our team so we can win. That was a lucky penetration. The other cannon, you can use it for the lightly armored targets, like the T-95. You can switch between the machine gun when you reload the main cannon. As you can see, they're shooting at my turret, but they're kind of not doing any damage to me. And I cannot see my lower plate. They are thinking that they can pin my turret, but they actually cannot. Now I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go to Cap 3 because they will definitely come there. Alright, I'm gonna go for some repair. It's full health. I don't want to waste my repair kit. Two MBTs on the enemy team is kind of quit the battle, which is kind of normal for clubs. I don't know why people are doing it. Even sometimes they get mad at their teammates, like they're not doing their job probably or something.
Identify target. Hostile truck. Destroyed.
Oh. So you get ammo racked on him. Nice. There you go. Also bring some HE rounds with you. Yeah, that's HE rounds is pretty good.
Identify target. Hostile tank. Reloading. Reloading. Truck destroyed. Ricochet, no effect. Enemy down. Find another target.
This team gave up. There you go. So we did 17k damage, 602 capture points, 8 kills, and we got on the team. His tanks is just tiny better in PvE than the 152 Armata because of the auto cannon against the lightly armored target. But in random battle, you maybe not gonna be using it that much because of it's mostly MBTs. But I will recommend PvE players to get this tank before the battle path ended. It's gonna end. So yeah. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.